So today's learning goals are, first of all, to be able to explain how to use line to communicate a feeling or emotion. You should also be able to describe the different qualities of line and define what a contour drawing is. Also, you need to be able to apply your understanding of line to create visually engaging contour drawings. So let's begin. So I'm going to be showing you a variety of different slides, and I want you to use a marker. It doesn't matter what color or what type, but it could be something as a Crayola, for example, and you are going to create a line that visually represents the word that you see. So for example, if you see that the word is erratic, you might draw a line that looks like this. Right? If you don't know what the word means, you may need to look up its definition. I'm going to show each of these slides and then suggest that you pause the video while you complete the drawing before moving on to the next line. Our first word is peaceful. Right? And now our second word is nervous. So again, you're just going to draw a line that represents nervousness. Okay, if you're not quite done, make sure to pause the video before moving on. Our third word is elegance. What type of line would you use to communicate a sense of elegance? Okay, you may need to pause the video here. Our fourth word is approachable. How does line communicate approachability? You may need to pause the video here. Our next word is angry. What type of line would you use to communicate anger? Our next word is stealthy. How can line visually communicate being stealthy? This may be a word that you may need to look up. If so, make sure that you pause the video so that you are able to really understand what the word means to pick an appropriate line. Our second last word is proud. What kind of line is proud? And if you're still thinking, pause the video here. Our final word is at rest. How do you create that sense of being at rest? I'm going to be going on in just a second and reviewing all of the different words that we've gone through for this quick activity. If you're not quite done, you might want to go through and pause the video here. At this point, I want you to make sure that you are labeling each of your lines. So the line that you drew to represent peacefulness, go back and write the word peaceful next to it now. You're going to do that for all 8 of the lines that you have drawn on the page in your sketchbook. So the first one, again, is peaceful. The second word is nervous. Third is elegance. Fourth is approachable. Fifth is angry. Sixth is stealthy. Seventh, proud. And lastly, at rest. Okay, so we've got all of our images labeled. So now what we're going to do is go through and apply the different qualities of line or types of line that you have used next to them. So for example, if you have drawn a jagged zigzag line, right, we also know this to be a sharp line. So you could put the descriptors as well as the name of the type of line that we have learned about in previous lessons. The next image that next step for you, sorry, is to go through the different qualities, and they're posted here. So pause the video, look at all of the different lines, and make sure that you are labeling them correctly. Okay, so compare the labels that you applied to the different types. Right? And make sure that discuss this with a peer and see if there's any similarities about how each of you have drawn the different types of line based on the emotion that you were wanting to create. What's really important for you to recognize is that lines can carry emotional and psychological meaning. By using different types of line in different instances, you are able to direct the viewer to what you want them to be thinking about.